And we're live, mountainside. What's up, what's up? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday, what? Hey, you like the Virgin of Guadalupe? And I don't even know what that says. Something del Señor. It's Jesus Cristo and his mama. Mama said knock you out. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, what's up? Hey, maybe I shouldn't be smoking right next to the butane. We'll find out. What's up, what's up? Oh, my goodness. Did you miss me? I missed me too. I saw we got a couple of new people. Hey, new people. Hey. Welcome to the awakening. I am the Lilith reincarnated, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, and, oh, don't forget a witch and messenger of God. Hey, how are you? Welcome to the dark side. The time has come to shift your energy into some good shit. What's up? It's Friday then. Yo, Thursday knocked me down, bro. But I got back up. Did you guys see my post in my community page? Holy cow. Let me tell you what happened. What had happened was, okay, so Wednesday night, I should have known it was going to happen, because every time I do a ritual, some crazy storm comes right after. But anyways, we got like this monsoon thunder lightning storm Wednesday night that lasted for like 6 hours, and the tent couldn't handle it, dude. It started leaking in on us. It was like, oh, this sucks. It wasn't pouring, it was just sprinkling on us, and I didn't know how bad it was going to get, because it was all just kept getting worse and worse. Then all of a sudden, I heard what I thought was like somebody just parked next to us. I heard, like when you hit the door, when you hit the alarm on the car and it goes beep beep. I thought somebody else. It sounded just like mine. But I was like, somebody's out there. And then I ran up there and I didn't see anything. So I came back. But something else had happened. When I got out in the next morning, I'm like, oh my gosh. So we charge our phones in the car and all this stuff, but I didn't do it that night, surprisingly enough. I get out to my car and the fucking window is shattered. The passenger window is shattered, and there's a tag on the car that says I have to move the car that from Highway Patrol. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, who shattered the window? My Holy Spirit swears up and down it was the cop that did it. The cop shattered the window. I don't know why he shattered the window, but I guarantee you that's what happened. And if it was anyone else, I guess the only thing is they shattered the window and saw the altar and freaked out. But I don't believe so, dude. I don't believe so. But anyways, the window was shattered, and there was a tag saying I had to move the car, and that just like put me in panic mode. So I had a rough and tough morning. We packed most of it up, and we had to go find a new site. We drove around for hours, just through all of the mountains and everything, and then we made some phone calls, and somebody recommended this place, and we ended up here, and it's really great. I'm like, yes, I took a freaking shower. Whoa, what's that? That's weird. Speaking of which, let me point out, the Palladians were, I was dancing and having a great morning, but it was I was getting downloads into my spine, so we're gonna have to talk with them pretty soon. Anyway, so that happened. So I had a whole bunch of shadow work. So typically on Friday, we get hit with adversity and trials, tribulations. You're called to surrender something in hopes and faith that there's something better out there. So naturally, I panicked about the car, but I knew I had to leave where I was because they gave me a notice and said they were going to tow my fucking car. So I had no choice but to, kind of thug it out. So I feel like I already had some shadow work, but we're going to look into the cards and see. Now, also in my community page, I woke up this morning, and behind my tent was an amazing feather. And I was like, what? But then I looked at it, and it was just like the other feather, but more distinctive. And I was like, what? So let me show you. I posted it a couple days ago at my last place. We had gotten this one, kind of goofy little feather. I don't think it looked like that right away. But then today, behind my freaking thing, I found this one. I was like, no way, right? And then I had to look it up, and guess what it is? It is an owl feather, the only feather I do not have. Isn't that gorgeous, right? So I had those two, and then my whole feather altar that I have is put away. I mean, I keep collecting them, but Then last night we got this one. It was right at our campsite, which it's not a crow. I don't think it is. I'd have to look at my crow feather. Maybe it is based on the size of it. Could be a crow, but up here, they're pretty big ass crows, so they're still the raven. So these are all signs of the high priestess. So I was guided to put it in my Bible, and when I opened my Bible, I went to the book of Ruth, and that's what I posted in my community page, and I wanted to share that story. I'm gonna put this in Samuel for right now. You guys know about the book of Ruth? Okay, it's really long biblical stuff. Truthfully, the whole story is, like I said, God's grace. God always restores everything. He always restores his faithfulness and restoration of you keeping your hope and faith. Now I got to talk about that. Like, what's going on with me? After 4 days and after what had happened, I'm telling you, and that, everything that I feel inside, I feel like God's just preparing us to fucking run the circus, dude. He's. I gotta say it. It's Kobe, dude. We're practicing right now. We're practicing, and I gotta say, yesterday it took us forever to pack up that car, but I packed up everything in there, dude. I can't believe it. I was like, we might have to do 2 loads, because remember, I bought a cot. I had all of the tables, chairs, all this shit that we didn't have already. Well, we took the chairs, but all this crazy stuff, fucking buckets and all this crazy stuff, we managed to bring it all. It was Tetris like a motherfucker. Anyways, so it took us forever, but when we got up here, we set up in like 30 minutes, dude. I was like, damn, we're getting good. So ultimately, my destiny is to do this, is to be on the road, and you know what I mean, just like these wonderful people that I'm, hanging out with, meeting all these travelers and shit, is to travel the lands and clean the lands, learn the people, learn the culture, spread the word, and move it, keep it moving. And as much as I wanted to think that, I had a plan, God has a plan, and I gotta tell you, and that's what I told the kids yesterday as we were driving after we saw the buffalo, and just, dude, we're mashing through fucking highways and shit I've never been through. Never been over in Kittredge. Never went through cruising through Evergreen. I never went through the backside of all of that. And we were all over these fucking mountains, bro, and we were just lost in them. And I told them, I was like, guys, my Holy Spirit, God's just, he's not telling me to stabilize. You see me, I walk into every place, and they say they're hiring and they'll offer me a job, but that's not what God's telling me right now. I can't fully explain it, but I'm telling you that that's what's happening. He's keeping me on my feet, mobile and moving. I'm not sure. I mean, for right now, we're going to stay here till the 11th. I paid this up till 11th. How'd that happen? I can't make it up. I cried. So I went to the thrift store to see if they had a heater, because we pulled up here and they had we got the one tent site that has electricity and water. Oh my God, right? So I was like, dude, we need a space heater and an electric cord, or an extension cord, and I found it by the grace of God. So then I'm getting in, and there's these 2 older than me people that are putting in these bikes that they just bought, trying to put them into their SUV, this compact SUV. And I was like, let me help you. And I put it in, and I was like, they're like, how do you know so much? I was like, 'cause I'm literally living in my car with my children. It's like, oh. It's like, with that being said, do you have any donations that you'd like to make to a struggling family? I said, of course. This lady pulls out $60, and her dude pulls out another $40. $100 right there, dude. I told you that this is only $23 a night. Bam. I cried almost, dude. I was like, thank you so much. So then, that was that. And we were set up for a minute. And why is this like this? I don't know. What I'm getting the feeling is like the gypsy. That's what I'm meant to be, is a gypsy, a traveling fucking circus. I keep thinking that I'm going to go back to the Matrix. I'm going to get a job. I'm going to stabilize. That's not true. I can't feel it. I mean, all these jobs, but I can't feel the safeness of you. When you get to the point of knowing your body and knowing your feelings, if it's not in a whole yes, then it's a no. If there's just the smallest inclination that this might not be right for me, it doesn't feel right, it's a no. It's a no. So like the lady, she's like, dude, we lost 4 people last week. Just fill out the application. We'll start you tomorrow. And I was like, damn, that's right next to that kids' school. They could give me 8 to 4, which is exactly the kids' hours. This could be great. God won't let me. In the sense of what's stopping me, it just doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. So then, across the way, even the thrift store, they know me. I ended up running into a freaking, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. The guy that was at my 7-Eleven out in Bear Creek, I ran into out in Golden at a totally different store. His name was Lucky, and he knew me as Kalima. I was like, I'm Kalima, reincarnated. He said, are you really? I said, yes, I really am. So I had just seen him. I was like, I just got back from the Bible Belt and, whatever. So anyways, I'm where I'm supposed to be, but I'm not sure what he's doing next. There's these cool things that I got turned on to. So, a lot of these travel places, because maybe one of you want to fucking hit the road. That if I didn't have kids, I would have fucking went, just especially with my background, I would have worked on a cruise ship. Because then I could have just traveled everywhere. I would have been able, room and board, everything. I say that now, but I don't know if I like a boat. Just living on a boat. Boats and hoes, that's what I heard. But with that being said, I always said that it was cool because then it would, or an airline attendant, not anymore. Fucking Karens. No, don't put me on there with those people. Don't put me in a pop can with those people. No, but I always said that those were great opportunities to travel. That's why me, myself, and I was climbing the ladder in the resorts, hotels and resorts, so that I could travel to foreign lands and always be guaranteed a position, a job. That's why I was working in the resorts. That was my whole game plan, was a future plan. You know what I mean? Took all the time to do it, and then look at me now. Anyways, going forward, most of these places, they have these things called voluntary hosts, meaning it's kind of like community service, and they let you pitch a tent or put up your RVs at a lot of places. And that's how I got to figure this out. So when I was young, the story is my mom and my dad, and I have pictures of it, they lived in a trailer, like an RV like ours, or like some of these people, not as suave. And when we were babies, and she said she worked at a KOA, and that's how it works. If you work with them, they'll let you, link up for free. And I mean, it comes out of part of your pay. But anyway, so they have that. And I was turned on to that right away. They told me that over at Chatfield. And Chatfield does year-round camping. And every site has water, electricity, and Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? And you guys don't think about it, but they also have showers. Okay, so the showers are quarter showers, but I used 2 quarters and had like the best shower of my life. I was just sitting there standing in the water. I was like, okay, this isn't going to cost me as much as laundry, for God's sakes. So there's I'm learning a lot of things. As far as my window being broke, that blew my mind. It scared me. And then I was like, well, now we can't sleep in the car. Now we can't leave anything in the car. At the same time, I know whoever did it, they're totally cursed. Like, something bad is going to happen to you, your children, probably your mother. You're fucking with the wrong one, bro. But at the same time, that's what I said in my post is, had something not changed, I wouldn't have found something better. And then I got here off of the skin of my teeth, just paid for a night. And then I went down into town and that happened. So then we were parked. This is another true story. It happened yesterday. I don't know if he was trying to convert me or what. But I'm parked at a 7-Eleven and we're just eating lunch. We just got some food. We're sitting there and I'm on the internet and we're just sitting there in our car. And I'm not paying attention to anyone around us. But apparently there's a guy that's looking all at us and judging us. I don't know this. But he comes up to my window. He said, hey, you guys okay? I said, yeah. I said, you just need some gas or something? I said, that would help a lot. I said, pop the tank. I was like, all right. So he filled up my tank just sitting there. He's like, Jesus loves you. I think he saw my altar and stuff and was going to try to convert me. And I was like, no, I know. That's exactly what I'm trying to teach is, God provides. But I just got back from the Bible Belt and I took a beating. He said, I bet. I said, well, God loves you. He said, I wasn't even going to stop here. I never stop here. And I just saw you. I was like, well, thank you for answering your heart. That was God inside of your heart. Thank you for that calling. And he did. He filled up my tank. And I mean, seriously, shit. I don't know. I don't know. So as far as what's happening now, I'm pulling the cards. What's next on the wheel of, I don't know. And it's kind of, I don't know. He just wants me to enjoy it. And I should. This is amazing. Like, I'm totally grounded. I was very grounded at Mr. Pump's, but I was more in that light. This, I'm in Mother Earth. Like, it's just a whole different grounding. And up until this morning, I had a creepy fucking dream about Russ. I don't even know if it was a dream or I was coming out of my sleep. So by accident, one of our I just bought it too. That's super sad. Our air mattress has a slow leak. So all night I'm pumping that bitch up. And I don't remember if it was then or not, but I had this weird vision that I'm walking down the street with somebody And I look across the street, and Russ is across the street walking at this, like he's like walking at the same length, like wanting to be seen, but not. And I look over, I'm like, you're such a creep. And I told my friend to go on, and I like walk up to him, I was like, you're such a creep. What are you doing here? That's all I had. I had such a weird dream about it. I told him this morning, I was like, I had a dream about you. It was like that movie Dracula, where she's walking through this thing, through the street, and he's over there just being a creep, stalking her, It was such a weird thing. That was like, I'm not really getting a whole bunch of downloads and transmissions. I mean, I do. I hear all the twins in Denver once I get off once I step on the road. I hear them all, but I'm not listening. In the sense of, yeah, I can feel it. There's this weird thing that keeps popping in my head too about the twin flame journey. There's this really weird thing that has been popping up lately. Before I even left, I had this thing that happened at Red Rocks. I'm doing a hike. I'm hiking all by myself. Shh, calm down. She gets so riled with him. I'm hiking through Red Rocks, and all of a sudden I have this full download that Bobby is literally, like, his spirit is like, he's not being stupid, is on the mountain with me. I have these visuals, and I tell everyone what I see him wearing. Hold on a second. I'm on a live. Anyway, so I describe what happens, and it's this whole situation where I'm trying to hike, and he's in my way, and he's being, his higher self is literally there, like, being goofy and flirty with me while I'm hiking. And it's a whole story. But I described that I see him wearing, I was like, dude, I saw him like daylight. He was wearing a maroon shirt, like a dark red shirt, and some gray or some brown, like, pants, right? I described this. And then now they're showing me, when Bobby flipped his page, I saw him in that outfit with his wife and his kids on a hillside. Like, they stopped and took a picture on a hillside, and he was literally wearing that outfit. There's no way I could have ever. So they're reminding me, of crazy stuff. So as I see this vision of Russ on the side of the road, like this, they're reminding me of how clearly I saw Bobby up on the mountain with me, and he was literally dressed in that outfit. Whether it was the same day that I was seeing him on Red Rocks that he was traveling and taking pictures, it doesn't matter. How could I have known the clothes that he was wearing? Crazy, right? So they were just kind of reminding me stuff. That's about it. As far as my downloads, I haven't lost my psychic abilities or anything. I'm just completely grounded into the earth, and what they're flowing through me is just peace. Just enjoy everything. But at the same time, you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Nothing. They're making me do the same shit I was doing in Oklahoma, which is just be at peace. But, it's just our ego. It's my ego. My ego thinks that I'm supposed to get a job. I'm supposed to get a house. But God keeps yelling at me, no, I'm going to keep providing for you. I'm going to keep providing for you. And that's what's happening. It's really a difficult thing to explain, but I have to put it in words. And then when I turn to the book of Ruth, that's what it's about. There's many stories. I haven't spoke of the lady stories about it, but there's many stories that, God called us to give up or to change, and he said he would make everything right. So I'm going to read a little bit out of Ruth. Let's see. I'm going to read the part where he redeems her, to be honest. Aren't these so pretty, dude? I can't believe it. I mean, I can, but... Ruth's redemption assured. So we're going to do Ruth chapter 3. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, my daughter, shall I not seek security for you, that I may be well with you? Now Boaz, whose young women you were with, he is not our relative. In fact, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Therefore, wash yourself and anoint yourself. Put your best garment and go down to the threshing floor. But do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. Then it shall be, when he lies down, you shall notice the place where he lies, and you shall go in, uncover his feet, and lie down. And he will tell you what you should do. Okay, I want to stop there. Again with the feet. Do you remember that was how Mary Magdalene honored Jesus? Okay, I just wanted to point that out. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Okay, let me see. Why? Because, I mean, first off, it's the ground you walk on is what that means. But it's, it's a lot more to that. And the understanding, because, your root chakra is through your feet. And then your actual feet connect all your chakras, same as your hands. Right? Don't touch my toes, weirdo. Okay. Let's see. Now it happened at midnight that the man was startled, and he turned himself, and there a woman was lying at his feet. And he said, "Who are you?" So she answered, "I am Ruth, your maidservant. Take your maidservant under your wing, for you are a close relative." Then he said, "Blessed are you of the Lord, my daughter, for you have shown more kindness at the end than at the beginning, in that you did not go after young men, whether poor or rich." Amen. "And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you request. For all the people of my own town know that you are a virtuous woman. Now it is true that I am a close relative. However, there is a relative closer than I. Stay this night, and in the morning shall be that, if he will perform the duty of a close relative for you, good, let him do it. But if he does not want to perform the duty for you, then I will perform the duty for you as the Lord lives. Lie down until morning." So she laid at his feet until morning, and she arose before one could recognize another. Then he said, "Do not let it be known that the woman came to the threshing floor." Also he said, "Bring the shawl that is on you and before it." And when she held it, he measured 6 ephahs, of barley, and laid it on her. Then she went into the city. When she came to her mother-in-law and said, "Is that you, my daughter?" Then she told her all the man had done for her, and then said, "These 6 ephahs of barley he gave me, for he said to me, 'Do not go empty-handed to your mother-in-law.'" Then she said, "Sit still, my daughter, until you know how the matter will turn out, for the man will not rest until he has concluded the matters this day." All right, and then it goes to Boaz redeems Ruth. I'm going to stop right there. Why am I going to stop right there? You have to read the whole story, and I want to leave it as I want to force you to understand. Dang, I don't know when I lost that. Probably when I started talking about Jesus. I don't believe there would have been any woman that they would have found fit for Jesus to take hands with. To be honest, I think they would have just, honestly, he wasn't, God, they didn't think that of women. And that's because it was taught, because women were actually so powerful. A man will crumble under a woman. His heart, his heart will drive his mind to madness, and he loses all power. So in essence, they had to make women less of. And that's why, the women movement right now, the whole sexuality and all of that, it sells because it is all powerful. The magnetism, the sexual magnetism, and that, and just in general, being a beautiful woman and being a nurturer and being, just being that, being the divine feminine. But as beautiful as it is in a woman, it's even more spectacular in a man. I'm seeing in my head, I've seen so many, I see these men with their shirts off and they're all jogging. You know what I mean? Like these men that, that care, that have hearts, that are nurturers, that are, that really just, that work through their divine femininity. It's just as explosive. One of the biggest things that turns my men on is my divine masculinity. They've never seen someone hustle like me. They've never seen a woman be a man about shit. And that turns them on. They've never seen a woman be a man about shit. But at the same time, a lot of these, then I've got my other ones that had narcissistic women in their life that have been nothing but overbearing men in their life, bullying these men. So it makes them timid and turned off. So they're turned on by my, my vulnerability, the fact that I'm a little broken girl over here, just being a girl and having fun and giggling and, all of that. And that's just what it is. It's both parts of you. All parts of you make you. Going back to Ruth, the story is, it's just all about the femininity, and that's, and that's just God in general. But I think it's beautiful that he finally brought up a story of women's redemption, because the women were always redeemed as much as the men, but their stories weren't told. If you were faithful in God, you were blessed and highly favored. All you had to do was turn your life over to God, walk in Jesus's ways. You know what I mean? Krishna, if you knew that way, Vishnu, there's many of them, Buddha. It's just, you needed to, turn your life over to a higher source and walk through a certain code of conduct, we shall say. Yeah? Yeah. All right, so let's pull out some cards and see what today holds for us, and then we'll see the shadow work, because ultimately Saturday comes with shadow work. And, again, we're just kind of got to work through it. And where am I at? I'm worried, I'm fighting my manlyhood, obviously. Not to be so forceful, not to take everything into my own hands. Let God be God. What do we got? 9 of Cups. And that's the hardest part, is we've been gods for so long. We didn't let God be our God or anything in our lives. So it's hard to give that to him. And see, here I am, still 2 years later, trying to take over and be God. I can take care of myself, God. I can. I know you can, but I told you not to. I'm not going to let you. And that's just kind of what he keeps doing. Ultimately, what does he want? I'm a high priestess. I'm not a cashier. I'm not any of these things. And he does, I've been all of those things, but he wants me to be what I am. And I can't live in two worlds. And it's a true story. So my pastor of my church, Abundant Life in Santee, he worked at T-Mobile for ever. Card came out. He worked at T-Mobile forever, and then he was finally guided. He was working full-time and then doing the church part-time. He was guided. Finally, he had to give up his job and trust that his congregation was going to take care of him, that this was the right thing to do. And he did. He became a full-time pastor, and he worked harder on the church, the outreaching of the church, and, he did whatever he did, and lots of things. When I met them, they had it was a terrible situation, to be honest. I was pregnant with my son, and she was pregnant, and she miscarried. She ended up giving me all her baby clothes. It was a terrible situation. I felt terrible for them. Again, a servant of God, you could sit there and be like, why does this girl get to have babies and we don't? Don't we serve you well? Where's our baby? That baby will come. But anyways, going back to it, he just wants me to do what I do best and not do everything else, and that's hard for me because I feel like I could do everything. So, current energy, 3 of coins. I brought out the big book so we could have a good description of it. Why? Because this one is just a little weenie. It's all, it's good, but let's go to the good stuff. Coins is reality, right? Your pentacles is your reality. Somebody keeps telling me, my daughter keeps telling me, there's a difference between pentagram and pentacles. Yeah, I know that. Anyways, all right, 3 of coins is work. Work. All right, and that's another thing too. I had all these day label places. I have, all this stuff. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. I'll just tell you what goes down, but I can't tell you exactly what's happening. There you go. There's a glare. All right, the 3 of Pentacles card is of work and craftsmanship. You are involved in making your inspiration manifest in this world. Whether this is a piece of art, establishing a high-quality business, building a house, or getting training you need for a chosen career. And that's what I mean, is he's teaching me how to pack. Dude, there was something about it. There was something about the repack and unpacking that I felt like this is going to be the deal. This is the deal. I feel this. This is what it's going to be. I feel this. And that's what I told the kids. I'm not really sure. I don't know how long, but he's moving us. He's moving us around like this. We're moving around like this. Ultimately, all of the campgrounds in Denver or in Colorado, you can't stay longer than 15 days in a 28-day period. So ultimately, that's just how it is anyways. I'm going to be moving, period. But that's what I feel like. So he's teaching me how to do that. Along with that, I am, I'm a high priestess spiritualist. I'm still teaching everyone that, everywhere I go, I'm spreading the good word. All right, you have made plans, you know where you're going, and good old-fashioned hard work is going to get you there. This is a long-term goal, and you have only completed the initial stages, obviously. And that's it too, I had every intention. That's what I told the kids. I'm going to throw on a face. I'm going to go hit the town up there. I'm going straight to the restaurants because we need tips. We need money now. Tips. And then I got up and I'm like, no. Why not? I don't know. You're not going to like fucking with me, dude. Because it's all about how I feel. How do you feel? And that's what I'm going to ask you. And if I hear you hesitate, no, it's a no. It's a no. We sit here until it's a yes. You're like, really? Yes. It's got to be an all the way yes. But you have the, and that could be it too. I never move really until about 11. And maybe, you know what I mean? I'm supposed to come in after. I don't know. He has a plan. I just can't really tell you what the fuck it is. But you have the determination you need to see the project through to its conclusion. Moreover, other people recognize your dedication and will want to help. Be willing to collaborate and learn from others. And that's it too, is as I'm telling my story, I'm like, we just made it out of the Bible Belt by the skin of our teeth. We're trying to reestablish. This is the best we could do right now. I'm just being honest. I'm just being fully honest and transparent. And many people are like, I've been there. I know what you're going through. I've been there. I was like, that's what I'm hearing. A lot of people are telling this story. But when you tell the story like that, it sounds real tragic in the city. But when you look at what we have right here and we're camped out and you don't feel the tragedy of the situation unless you put it on. If I put on the shame and the blame and the regret that I don't have what other people have, then I feel less of. But I feel so magnificent to have what I have that other people don't have. As much as I'd like to know what tomorrow holds, I love that I have a beautiful little camp. I've never done these things. This is all beautiful to me. It's just scary a little. It's very suspenseful. I was terrified in the woods. I really was. There was other people that kept parking over there and showing up. We are in bear country right now. You know what I mean? But it's good. All right. So anyways, reverse meaning. You are not applying yourself to your job or study and take no pride in it. Instead, producing rush or take any advice or constructive criticism from anyone, but prefer to muddle through. If you want success, you need to develop a better attitude. I told that to some boys yesterday. They were at the thrift store and they were buying suits. I was like, you guys doing job interviews? He's like, no, we're doing something for football. We have to do a dress for success. I was like, that's part of it. I was like, but do you have that Mamba mentality? I was all, it's all about the mentality, dude. You have to have the right attitude. You'll always win if you have the right attitude. It don't matter about the skills. You get the skills getting, you know what I mean? You'll get the skills. You have to have the right attitude to get it. And that's what I had told those guys. And again, I just tell everyone, you know what I mean? I talk that good talk because that's what I do. We talk the talk. The card can suggest structural problems with a property you are buying or renovating. Obviously. Structural problems. It leaked. It did. It was pouring on our face. Luckily, we had this big king-size blanket, and then I put these super towels on top of it, and I was like, just cover yourselves with the blanket. We'll deal with it in the morning. It wasn't that bad, but it got us, bro. If you were in Colorado, you were like, damn, I know she's out there getting soaked. I wasn't, but I was getting sprinkled on. God, that doesn't look like rain. No, just kidding. Anyways. Be wary of bodge do-it-yourself jobs. Yeah. Or hiring cowboy builders. I told you, I'm just having an adventure on both sides of this card. A relationship is struggling because you're not putting in time and effort needed to maintain it. Ignoring advice from well-meaning friends. Or ignoring advice from well-meaning friends. Okay, nobody's giving me no advice. I might be ignoring you. I saw that pop up when I loaded that short. Kelly said, they're trying to come in, but you're sending, I don't know, something like that. I'm not sending mixed signals. You're just not brave. I don't know what to tell you. Like, does she want me? She doesn't want me. I might not want your dick, but I would like to have a conversation. Can we start there? What's wrong with that? Hey, what are you doing? Are you all tied up? Here, what is it? So anyways, going back to that, yeah, I don't know. A relationship is struggling. I didn't have any. I guess. Going back to this, you guys, in your shoddy work. Shoddy, you want to ride? I've been telling you this for so long, but I guess I gotta tell you again. I did see that I'm not gonna be so Lilith. Jonathan's video got a whole 4,000 views. What a waste. What a waste. Why? The same thing I tell your fucking boyfriend every fucking time he drops a song. The same thing I told Allie. The same thing I tell everyone. Why do I get to tell this? Because I went to college and I know marketing. You're not marketing your music properly. You're not doing it right at all. At all. You're not promoting it properly. You're not keeping it. Dude, rule number 1, you should be promoting that song every day in your stories for like ever until you release another one. You know what I mean? But you don't always make it all about that. You don't even know how to put down the layers of your stories. It has to be layered. When you're telling stories, it's not just random posts. There has to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because if you overdo the spirituality, you're going to blow people away. If you overdo your work, you're going to blow people away. If you overdo your personal life and your boyfriend and girlfriend, you're going to blow people away. Meaning they don't want too much of it. Enough. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that makes a gumbo. And that's what I mean is like, I said that, me and Lori, we were talking shit about Michaela. I was like, dude, she's making her whole Instagram about that fucking business, bro. I don't even care. Like, this has nothing to do with you. Why do I even follow you? It's all about your business. Right? But then there's those that it's all about, you know, positivity, love, light, and positivity. You know, and then there's those that it's all about food shit and health shit. Like, you gotta find an equilibrium to feeding your audience. Figure out what your audience is and what they like. Don't just keep blowing loads at them like, eat this. But going back to a song, you don't tell them you have a new song coming out 4 days before. You should be hyping that song a month before it actually comes out. You guys don't even. You're just blowing loads weekly. Just, I'm gonna just take a dump on the internet. Find me on Discord. I'm just saying. It's causing discord. On page 17. Okay. Current energy. What's our spiritual work at hand? Oh, shit. I wore that shirt. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What's wrong? Loss. Loss. It looks real sad right here though. That one looks real pretty. Ew. Ew. Let's see. I cried. Do you cry? We cry. Upright meaning. Your world has suddenly been turned upside down. You have metaphorically been stabbed through the heart, betrayed by a lover, friend, or business partner. This leaves you shocked, devastated, and in a world of pain. Well, no, mine was a super trooper that busted out my window. You stupid trooper. Super trooper. That sounds great, right? I have the best stories. It really happened. You fucker, you fucked up my shit. And I was like... They're like, I don't know. How did I fix it? Dude, God fixed it, dude. I have this weighted blanket, and it's a miniature blanket, and it's a weighted blanket, and I was able to put it there, and it weighs over it. It doesn't let in any of the air, and it's so heavy that nothing pushes on it, and it keeps everything out. Crazy, right? Well, yeah, it devastated me. I was in shock. I was like, oh my God. I really was. I had a 5-minute, not even, maybe, I don't know. Somebody write this down. I was devastated. I really was. This ending is necessary. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. This leaves you in shock, devastated, and in a world of pain. Don't despair. This could not go on forever as they were. I know, I couldn't stay there after that. Where was it? Dude, all my shit was wet and shit. This ending is necessary in order for you to move forward. Don't feed yourself the poison of resentment every day. It won't harm the person that hurt you. I don't know who you are, but will certainly damage you. Remember the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. All right, Kanye. How's Kanye? What's going on in the internet? that doesn't kill you. It killed you, dude. You are no stronger. Airhead. Oh yeah, that's what happened. Reverse meaning. You've been badly hurt, losing someone or something that you love. The path to healing can be hard and slow, but it has begun, and it will be easier if you look forward to the future instead of back into past pains. Give yourself permission to forgive and release the hurt. If you suppress your feelings, you will not heal. What the fuck? This has nothing to do with me, really. I mean, I gotta be honest. I feel nothing about nobody. In the sense, I have no hard feelings. I have no hard feelings. I mean, yeah, you hurt me. It's gone. I don't. Maybe I felt bad. When did I feel bad? I don't know. Here's Osiris. Let's talk about him. This just came up. Oh, it's about Set and Osiris. Ew. Well, we're going to bring that up again tomorrow. Betrayal. Yeah, okay. I was like, why is Osiris his name? Again, my cards tell you all the stories. So, ruled by him, called wise. So, I invited Osiris to feast and trapped him in the coffin before chopping him into 14 pieces and throwing him into the Nile. I thought I had won, but his wife, Isis, that would be me, searched out all the parts using magic, reassembled his corpse. Hovering above in the form of a falcon, she received her son, Horus. Naturally, when Horus grew up, he came after me. As a Scar, that's that story of Scar. We fought battle for battle before he eventually claimed his father's throne, so I didn't get it after all. You didn't get shit. I guess they're telling your story of how you tried to, stop me. Or stop something. I don't know. So I guess we're dealing with, I don't know, betrayal of a lover, friend, or business partner who stabbed me in the back. I don't feel it. This ending is, I think it has nothing to do with, the only way I can fit myself into this is, my car. You remind me of my Jeep. Just kidding. Yeah, if you're going through this, it hurts. But all endings bring new beginnings. So says Lilith. Next two cards indicate the environment. Oh, we need some rest. We got some shit. Here we go again. Traveling. The 3 and 4. Alright, well, I'm already at the sword, so we're going to go to the 4 of swords from the 3 of swords, and that's a truce. You have had a traumatic time, but the card indicates a period of calm and stepping back, during which you should recharge your physical and mental strength and reassess your priorities before returning to the fray. Freya is what I heard. That's it. That's all they're telling me to do. Be at peace. Bro, I got shit to do today. What do you got to do? I don't know. Let me do something. That's how I feel every day. Whether this card relates to illness, a work stress, quarrel, or relationship breakdown. Breakdown. You need this breathing space. So don't try to fill it with activities. See? I told you he won't let me get a job or do anything. He just wants me to bask in the glory of the woods. So don't try to fill it with activities or make any important decisions at this time. I told you. This card comes as a warning that should not be ignored. And that's it. I don't know. No commitments. That's not what my lover wants to hear. I don't know who you are. As far as the twin flame journey, I don't know, bro. Are you ready to leave it all behind and go? This has always been the same. I'm tired of saying this, for real. I'm so serious. What does it take to be my husband? What does it take to be a high priestess's husband? You have to be a priest yourself, dickhead. Meaning you have to serve God too, dickhead. You have to leave that's no longer serving you and serve God in the same ways that I do. Meaning what? Just be brave. Deal with your feelings all day. Let him take care of us. Guide us. Same shit I do all day. Can you sit still? I know it's so hard. I'll try to help us, but if you get us going, then we're fucked. We gotta sit still. It's hard. Alright, reverse meaning. Why? Because I'm so manly. I want to do some shit too. I want to build and destroy and fuck up shit. Alright, the reverse meaning. The 4 of Swords reverse indicates an enforced seclusion rather than a voluntary one. Didn't we pull the Hermit card 2 days ago? I told you, God did this to me. Our Father who art in heaven, who plays with all of our lives. We're going to change that a little bit. This may be an exclusion from social group that you were not part of, the end of a relationship, an illness, or an imprisonment. Oh, you're going to jail? You do not collect. I don't know what you did. You probably shouldn't do bad stuff, though. There's a price to pay for bad stuff called karma. Again, somebody's relationship is ending, and you might be sick. Go see a doctor. You should check your glucose, is what I heard. What does that even mean, God? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's go to the Three of Wands. I'm calling truce. Are you calling truce? I went to the King of Wands. 3 foundations. All right. This card of growth, progress, and enthusiasm. Thanks to good planning and determination, you are starting to get results. I guess. I know where I'll be for 5 more days instead of... guess. You are starting to get results. Still, you are considering expanding your horizons with new ventures in business, creativity, study, travel, or moving to a new place. Not again. Okay, but realistically, if this is what I'm going to do, I got to go back down to the south somewhere. Winter's coming, bro. Can't be outside like this. This is not... I got like 1 more month of this. And grasping opportunities when they present themselves, success will follow. You are capable of dealing with any problems that may arise. Don't be afraid to ask for advice or assistance. However, take care not to neglect day-to-day details in your earnest for something new. Okay, I heard laundry again. Can't stand ship or founding a family. Ooh, are you ready to run away to the woods with me? That's awesome. Hey, I have a parking space. It comes with 2 parking spaces. You see? Yes. It's going to cost you $5 for the extra card. Just saying. Hey, that would work out. I got a plan. Okay, look, this is true. How can I burn the system? I don't know. Just a little sneaky. But truthfully, if my partner, whoever that partner might be in crime, makes the reservation here after my 15 days, then ta-da! We stay for a whole month. And we just back, forth and forth. I get 15, you get 15. I don't know. Can we get in trouble for that? Is that illegal? I'm not really sure. I'm going to go get the rules and regulations. But truthfully, what's the difference? If you're with me and you make a reservation for 15 days, and I can only stay 15, you know what I mean? Then we can stay month after month for $23 a day. Yeah, that'd be great. But there's other places. And it's right off the freeway. Can you hear it? Yep, that's the freeway. Okay, anyways, reverse meaning. The Three of Wands reverse indicates delays, dissatisfaction, and frustration, owing to a lack of proper planning. I didn't plan this. A venture that... Oh, that's you guys. Okay, I see you guys. I mean, really, you're not marketing. You're just blowing. I'm seeing logic, especially. Damn, Lodge. That was not logical the way you handled your business. It's okay. It's what's done is done, and that's what happens. After it's done, it's done. After the first week, it's over. If you're not doing more to make it bigger and better, nope. And that's Marshall too. Squeaky clean. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. What are you gonna do now? You gonna blow out another single? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's over. It's over. The album's out. It's over. Do some shows. It's over. What are you gonna do now? Same with Lewis. Season's over, bro. It's over. Oh, you guys are all gonna go to... It's over. A venture that looked promising fails, causing you disappointment. You are beginning to doubt yourself and get depressed about the situation. Hey, that happened to me for like a minute or 2 yesterday. Seriously. I was like kind of doubtful and I got depressed for a minute, like, oh, what am I going to do now? Don't refuse help through misguided pride. And that's it too. It's like, I'm not saying no to... I'm not too proud to beg. Perhaps you and your romantic partner got together too quickly and have discovered that you don't want the same things from life. Dude, this is all about your relationship shit. Or it could be a long-distance relationship that isn't working out. That could be us, too. I don't know. I don't have any. It didn't work. Me talking to you on the internet and juicing you didn't get to... All I did was fill up your ego. Going back to this, you could have discovered that you don't want the same things from life. Well, yeah, we talked about that in the last one. Is your foundations. I don't know. Nobody really wants to be honest about what they want. And I guess, looking at Russ and his girl, like, dude, he's 30. He should want to, chill out a little bit. And she's 20. She should want to while out a whole lot a bit. Like, this isn't... What's going on here, sugar daddy? Can you keep up with her? Because this is going to really affect your liver. It's going to affect your pocket. It's going to affect your knees. It's not easy being a sugar daddy. They take a lot of work. How do I know? Because I was a sugar mama. I got the knees to prove it. Just kidding. That was too far. Too fun. I mean, seriously, you might not want to... You don't want to do this? That's okay. Then go live in, I'm seeing Drake's mansion. Go live in the tile and shit. I like the ground. All right, what's the next 2 cards? No, was that it? Did we only get... Oh my god, we're taking forever. Here's the progress. Oh, building and foundations. Yeah, see, we're reaping what we sow with new building blocks. Alright, let's do it. The Ace of Swords. This is the beginning of everything. It's the beginning. I even circled it. It's the beginning of everything. All aces signal powerful bursts of raw energy and new beginnings. The Ace of Swords heralds a period of piercing insight, which may also be a monumentous that it changes your worldly view entirely. This fresh mental clarity means that you are able to cut away confusion, old mental attitudes, and make far-reaching decisions. Pause. I'm like getting really hungry, and I just remembered all the shit I bought last night. I got buffalo chicken salad sliders, and then I got chicken salad something else. I'm all about that life, all about the chicken, and that's hikate, which is the crossroads where you have to make a choice. That's what I just got. I was like, dude, those fucking sliders sound so good right now. For breakfast? I don't know. I haven't eaten, so yeah, sure. You want to judge me on that too? Shut up. I eat what I want. I do what I want. Shut up. If you knew how much fucking protein I need for what I'm doing around here. However, this may lead to conflict as you sever old relationships and connections, wounding those involved. Are you wounded by the fact that I don't want to deal with your 3D lifestyle? That it's all or none? It's not really. You could just, like, you know, come hang out for a little while. I don't know what to tell you. That's where, like, you're sending mixed signals. Have a conversation. If you want to know what it is, then come find out what it is. I can't tell you what it is because there isn't nothing to talk about. There isn't anything. It isn't anything anymore. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not nothing. There isn't an active twin flame or relationship. There isn't any of that. There isn't. It's just not active. You want to activate some shit and see where it goes, then that's something that we can talk about. Am I holding hard feelings? No. Are you all built up with this need to apologize? Maybe. I don't know. I will tell you, God will make us both aware of something that needs to be talked about. But otherwise, I don't want to talk about no stupid shit. I mean, unless you want to. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Reverse meaning. Your thinking is muddled and indecisive. You don't seem to know what it is you want or how you're going to get it. But you do know that everything seems to be going wrong. That's not me. Instead of feeling frustrated, sit down and think about your goals, check all your facts very carefully, and set realistic step-by-step targets. You could be taken in by a plausible but fraudulent advisor. So check the background and qualifications of any therapist, teacher, or financial expert before weighing things up carefully yourself. As I saw therapists and teacher and all that, I remember telling you that in my cards, that you were going through the purge and you would probably need therapy or someone like that. Just stay away from Russ's mom. That chick has a whole bachelor's degree in, you know, psychology, and you can listen to Russ's song and see how messed up and twisted he is. She says that she is an intuitive healer. She will charge you $92 for a 30 minutes phone session to get in your head and get in your energy and use that for her own manipulation. So you do need to watch out for these type of very sick and dark practitioners that are really just wanting to get into your energy. And that can be anyone, as a manipulator, a narcissist, a sociopath, even a serial killer. Tell me more. People want one thing. They want love. They want affection. They want attention. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. They want to feel important. So any Tom, Dick, or Harry, or Stacy and their mom can show up and give you the right type of attention, and then put you in a situation that can just screw you over. And with that, I'm hearing Mona Lisa. You know what I mean? She told you all the right things to get you in a place. Now she's gonna get you. And that can go both ways, and you have to watch out for that. You know what I mean? Oh, I can help you. I can help you. What is it to you to help me? Do you just go around helping people? That's what you do? You're just a helper? Let me evaluate what you do in your life and how much help that's going to be for me. A financial advisor should be twice as rich as everyone else. If I want to build a business, I go to SCORE. It's an acronym. And SCORE is made up of all kinds of I can't even say the word. all kinds of entrepreneurs that have now retired, have very successful, and they serve this as a community service to others to teach them how to start up businesses. These are people that already have their certifications. They got their brownie badges. I'm not going to go to, you know what I mean, a financial advisor that literally, you know what I mean, drives a Civic. Yeah, you're going to tell me how to spend my money when you don't even have money? You're going to tell me how to invest my money when you don't have money? And then there's therapists. I'm not going to a therapist that goes to therapy. I'm not going to a therapist that goes to therapy. You can't process the things that are happening in your life, then how are you going to help me process what's happening in my life? Honestly, going back to that. So watch out for that. Always pull the credentials. Always. Who are you? Who are you to tell me? Look at your lifestyle. And in the sense, you don't need to say those words. That's going to get you in trouble. But you need to definitely do your research. You know what I mean? Yelp the shit out of that. Yelp. Call for Yelp. 7 of coins. You reap what you sow. That's what I heard. 7 of coins. Cultivation. The traditional concept of this card is cultivation, and shows up that if you work hard and steadily, you will reap rewards in due course. That goes back to the whole study of Ruth. Okay? Don't get impatient and try to rush things. Be sure that what you are striving towards is worth it, as you run the risk of working for the sake of working. And that's it. That's exactly what they told me not to do. And that's why I pulled the cards. I don't know, so I'm going to go to God in all the ways of God. God, help me. God, help me. I know how to reach God. I'm going to find my answer. And what am I finding? Nothing more than confirmation. I told you the whole story before I pulled out the cards. We know inside what we're supposed to do. It's our mind gnawing at us to do something else. That everything, you know what I mean, that we must do more. Sometimes you do. You know what I mean? I got to be honest. For 4 or 5 days, ever since I left Mr. Plums, I've been doing. Non-stop doing. This is the most stopped I've had. This morning, took a shower. I literally danced right here. Listened to a 14-minute mix of Jeremiah's song and just loved life. It was the best fucking hours I've had since I got here. And so, again, it's just confirmation. Let's see. What did it say? Be sure that you're not striving towards, what you're striving towards is worth it, and you're not running the risk of working for the sake of working. Stop worrying about scarcity or lack of finances. The 7 of Pentacles assures you that you have plenty to go around. This card shows that committed effort is being put into a relationship. You may be thinking about your future as a couple and have plans that need financial consideration, such as saving to get married or buy a house. Are you trying to get us an RV? Okay, just saying. If you are not in a relationship, this card advises you to be patient in your search for love. I'm not searching for it. It'll find me. As you have, and that's it. That's the truth. I went after so many versions of what I thought could be a good guy and a good version of love for me. I went after you at full force, bro, like, she's Formula 1 style, like, fucking pedal to the metal. I was going to take you, Full Metal Jacket. Put me in a straight jacket after it was over. This is great. No, but truthfully, I did, and it's, there was no, pop your brakes, I hit a wall. I destroyed my vehicle. I'm still standing. I'm ready to drive again. It's just, there's not a direction to go in. I'm just waiting for, I'm in a 2-seater now. I'm waiting for someone to take the wheel. Take the wheel, Jesus. As you will have to wait some time before you meet the right person. See, that's it. Right now, I'm trying to meet me and meet God, what he wants for me. You can meet me and meet God too. Reverse meaning, your harvest has been poor. Maybe this is a result of bad management or a lack of experience. It is frustrating, but you need to apply yourself more and work harder. A relationship is suffering. You need to sit down and decide what you want as a couple and put effort into achieving it. Jeez, you guys, that's every single card I pulled. That's 6 cards talking about your relationship issues. And then you pull out Ruth, where she was her faithfulness to this man's feet. Oh, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just, you got to come to the conclusion. Like I told my daughter when their first little breakup. You're going to have a lot of those. We're going to have a lot of these. We're going to have a lot of these. How many marriages? I don't know. How many times are you willing to try? I don't know. They get old. They get boring. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the fact that you changed? You changed. You switched up. And you don't like this person no more. Why does that have to make you feel horrible? Why does that contract that you took to the courthouse mean so much? You sat there just like I did. You sat in line like a DMV. They didn't make nothing special of it. They asked you a couple of questions, said, you know, do you acknowledge this, that, and the other? And I told you, God set me free from my marriage, so that has nothing to do with biblical. God kept telling me to leave that. I was using that Bible to keep myself in pain and suffering, and my children. So in the sense of, you know, if it's time to go, it's time to go. Many people, dude, there's so many stories of, you know, I was with them for 25 years. You knew you should have left after the first 3. That goes back to Bobby. Bobby married her and COVID, bro. Yeah, it's fun when we're all locked in and everything's cool, but now when we got to get back in the world, I want to get back in the world, and now I got to drag you and kids, and oh my God. What the fuck was you thinking? I couldn't believe it when he told me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, you get married? I want a husband. Funny. Not. But in the sense of, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about not feeling good. You should, it's going to make you stronger than you were. Thanks, Marshall. It's painful to let someone down and let yourself down and feel, and as they say, be selfish. You're just going to leave me? No, this isn't it's not that easy. I'm leaving me so that I can go find me, because I'm not here anymore. Whatever I was before this is not, you know what I mean? Because in the end, you're not you when you're in these fucked up ass relationships. You're just you're a shadow of yourself occupying space of another person. You know what I mean? Oh, careful, guys. Unplug it or it's going to break. No, don't talk like that. So anyways, you need to sit down and decide what you want as a couple and put effort into achieving it. And that's it. Do you really want to keep doing this? Or do you want to give yourselves a chance? I don't know. I'd rather, if you're not happy, dude, go ahead. I don't cheat on me. That's fucked up. Don't make me feel that way. Just tell me I'm not enough. I'm not making you feel good. That's okay. Because, you know, I'd rather you not make, you know what I mean? I'd rather you not make me feel bad because I don't make you feel good. I'd rather that, you know, tell me that that you want more instead of hurting me. That's how I'd say. And it's like, and then in the more, you know, there could be a conversation to be had. It could be fixed. Some of it could. Put an effort into achieving it. What's the outcome? Oh, fuck off. It's that girl. Please don't make me. It's on this book, too. It's the dumb girl. Oh, God. I have to tell the story. Because the story makes it just as funny. Why? Because I've been that dumb girl. I went to Loki again. Alright, let me tell you the story. And then we'll tell you, you can figure out who you're playing in this role. The fool discovers a damsel in distress, bound and bound. Okay, let me show you the picture. Okay, it's that dumb one. Remember, I always like, don't be this broad. Don't be this broad. On page 33, please don't be this broad. Guys, I'm almost done. Last card. The fool discovers a damsel in distress, bound and blindfolded, surrounded by a ring of swords, alone in a barren landscape under a threatening sky. She seems lost and powerless, though no one is actually around to prevent her leaving. Right? She's just staged there, right? What is happening, he asks. I am Sita, replies the woman. I was kidnapped from my husband Rama by the king Ravana. He made admirous advances towards me, but I resisted because I'm a virtuous woman. After a while, my husband sent the god Hanuman to find me, and I'm seeing his card right now. I refused to leave and just gave him my jewelry and asked him to give it to Rama. That's so Lilith. Listen to this story. I told you it's me. I hate this card. It's so stupid. Okay, I was kidnapped from my husband by Rama. So there's Persephone, right? He made whatever. He sent the gods to come find me, but I refused to leave. And that's what God sent. He sent the 3 angels to come bring me back, but I refused to leave. I was like, I'd rather, and that's it. Why did you do that? I don't know. I didn't want to go back. I just wanted to be mad. I told you, Lilith, why did you do that? I didn't want to go back because I didn't want to submit. No, he wanted to be more powerful. And that's what makes me more powerful, is I will not submit to anyone but God. I never would. And that's just going back to it. So, it's like, why did you do that? I don't want to go home. Okay, I'm going to give him another wife. What are you going to do? I'm just going to be mad about everything and sit and watch. Where's Lucifer? Anyways, it's just how it goes. Anyways, but why didn't you leave with Hanuman? The fool asked. Oh, I had to wait for my husband to rescue me, obviously. And that's it. Why didn't you go back with the angels? Because Adam didn't come get me. He did, and won a famous battle against Ravana. And I take it from your present situation that the story didn't have a happy ending. Well, my husband doubted that I had been faithful to him and made me walk across fire to prove my chastity, which I did. This goes back to Ruth. Did he walk across the fire to prove that he had been faithful to you? Of course not. Do you think he was after his wife was gone? They're like, dude, your wife is over there with the king. Oh, fuck her. I'm going to get me a handsmaid. Do you think he was? Nah. Nah. Of course not. What a stupid question. Sadly, the people did not believe in my purity, and Rama sent me away, even though I was pregnant. Meaning he knocked her up, started thinking about it. This sounds like my baby daddy. He's like, I don't know if my daughter is mine. What? She's 13 years old, you idiot. What are you talking about? A hermit took me in and I gave birth to my twin sons in the hermitage. Though the other holy men told him I must be impure, otherwise my husband wouldn't have abandoned me. And that's it. Jumping to conclusions. Why is she wandering with her, ready to give birth? Where's her husband? Where's her family? She must be a prostitute. Mary Magdalene. So here I am, asking to be rescued from an unjust world. Why don't you rescue yourself? Don't be silly. I have to wait for my husband to do it for me. Shaking his head, the fool wandered on. That's it, guys. I'm not over masculine, but I can't sit around waiting for Prince Charming to come rescue me. Because really, it's us rescuing each other at that particular moment. And not really. God's got to rescue us both. That's not true. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not that, I can't just wait around to be taken care of. It's my dream, and that's what it said. It may take some time for the right. Yeah, it's been a while. The Eight of Swords is a card of bondage and constraint. Whether the cause in this is an illness, disability, a dead-end job, or a troubled relationship, financial circumstances like myself, you may be feeling lonely and isolated. Not really. The dilemma is self-created as the restrictions lie in your own mind. It is bondage to your own fears and self-limitations that need to be banished. You think you can't escape, but you can. Okay. Stop right there. That could be you, where you can't escape. But me, there's nothing to escape. I'm right where I'm being blessed. And that's where it is. The mind believes that I'm in a bad position. My mind can tell me that everything is wrong around me. That I'm in a position and I need to rescue myself. I need to do something to save myself. Somebody needs to save me. I need saving. But yet, I told you my story, and God keeps saving me. So, just kind of putting that out there. Some of you do, there is those things. I've been in those relationships as domestic violence survivor. I stayed there forever thinking I couldn't leave. R. Kelly's meat locker, remember? I couldn't walk out the door. Why? Because I didn't have the mentality. I didn't have the mental strength, the mental capability to walk myself out of a bad situation. And I made it bad for myself for over 10 years, 2 times in 2 different relationships, because I hadn't, healed the karma of it. But yeah, you stay there. I can't leave because of this, because of that. It's not true. Those are your fears. You may be feeling lonely and isolated. The dilemma is self-created as the restrictions lie in your own mind. It is bondage to your own fears and self-limitations that need to be banished. You think you can escape, but you can. And that's it too. I was sitting there in Oklahoma. I'm never going to get out of here. They won't give me a job. I have no way to get any money. I can't even get out of here. What am I going to do? No, I had to believe. It took over a week. But I got out, and look it, I got out. I'm here. And God provided, you know what I mean? He's providing every single day. He gave me all of this, dude. I had none of this. There's a whole tent. He gave me a whole fortress to be safe in. He had the food, everything, you know? And I've shown you many times the miracles, but it's real. You think you don't have options, but you do. If you think of yourself as a victim, you hand over your power to others and allow yourself to be constrained by their rules. Take responsibility for yourself. Use the positive power of sword, which is your intellect, your intent, to think your way through the situation. And that's it. You can have those moments if you stop thinking it that way and start thinking of it a different way. It's all about your mentality, dude. You have to learn to control that mind. It will kill you. You've been through a difficult period and you're beginning to see your way through. You can gain temporary relief from your problems by distancing yourself from them. This will enable you to gain a better perspective of what faces you, which may not be as bad as you fear. Do not be afraid to ask for help from friends or professionals. And that's where I'm at too, is, you know what I mean? Like, he gave me that, right? So what did I tell you he gave me? He said that there's these volunteer host situations, which means that I work, you know, community service. I work so many hours on the camp, and they let us camp for free. That covers almost everything. Do you understand that? And in essence, these campsites is tending to Mother Earth, Gaia, which is another thing that I do. You know what I mean? It's cleaning the lands. So it's all perspective as to, you know, what it is, or you see the bigger picture that these are literally steps to greatness. These are literally the trials that I need. These are literally the learning curves that I need. These are, you know, me taking each lace and lacing it up. Naturally, it feels better to do this at home where I know where I am. I know Colorado. No, actually, I kept getting lost in the fucking... I got lost in all these little towns right next to Denver. But in the sense of, it's best to make these things in a more familiar place, to learn these things so that when I get out, I'm seeing Arizona heavy. Like, I don't know if that's where I'm going next. I'm seeing Arizona, which I have never seen, ever. I mean, I've drove through it quite a few times. I've been through Arizona, but maybe that's where I go from here. Is, you know, learn at home, learn your own court so that you can play in the big leagues, is what Kobe's showing me. He's showing me a ghetto-ass basketball court that ain't got no chain on it, and then he's showing me, you know, the leagues. So you gotta learn to play here before you could play there. And now they're showing me the longest yard with dude where Nelly ain't had no shoes on. We're running barefoot, literally. That's what I need to do today, is take care of my nails. I've broken 3 of them. My fucking toes. I've been barefoot out here in the dirt and playing around. I gotta, you know, take care of myself. This will enable you to gain a better perspective of on what faces you, which may not be as bad as you feared. Don't be afraid to ask friends and professionals. And that's it too. I don't know where you guys are in your careers, your relationships, but it's not as bad as you think it is. In the sense of a failing enterprise, go talk to President Trump about that. That's how it made him president, is his bounce back. That's why they want him to make, you know, America great again. Why they believe he can. Because he is... Ivanka, she took it all. He has made himself great over and over and over. And that's the same as someone like me. Over and over. You can't knock a good guy down. You could take everything, but we're going to get back up and redo it over and over and over. You can't keep us down. So that's what that means. Let's see. So all of these had to do with relationships. All of them did. But basically, you're not trapped. You just need to see your way through it, in the sense of feel your way through it, because your mind is full of crap. You need to take some rest. There's a lot of loss going on. Dang, that sucks for you guys. It sucks for me too. I found my way in there. Let's see what's at the bottom. Adventures. Messenger of Swords. Page of Swords. Let's take one Lilith card just to see where you are, what kind of emotional work you can be working on that's going to hit you. Shadows are going to hit. It's Friday then, so by tonight, some kind of, you should be I already did it, that's what I said. I hope I don't have to do more today, but you should be called to surrender something that's no longer serving you. It's part of the ascension. Every week we make a sacrifice to God. He shows us what we need to give up. We give it up. We're terribly sad about it on Saturday. We hate our life. We're ashamed. We're full of all of this, negativity about the loss. And then on Sunday, the sun comes out. We get some positivity. We're a little numb to it. By Tuesday, we're back in our strength, and we've got new ideas of how to, live a better life. We do this weekly, 4, 5, 6 times a day, right, Kobe? Today, he had me up, I don't know. Again, I'm up all night, pumping up the things and stuff. I don't come out, though, because it's cold as fuck. All right, what is it? Mother Earth, of course. That's where I'm at. Greetings from Mother Earth. It's a beautiful place. Again, you guys, I was trapped in Oklahoma in the dirty with a sweat rag and ice packs every day. I had like 15 of them. Just sitting out in the dirt, letting bugs get me and stuff, trying to, stay in Mother Earth and get the transmissions. This is much better. Much better. I'm really dry, though. I forgot how dry it was. Chapstick and lotion. I was like, dude, my lips. My kids are like, I'm just ripping the skin. Stop doing that. Get the chapstick. Come on. Literally, though. Anyways, yeah, my skin's hella dry. It's not all moist. Weird word. 16. The Phoenix is 17. All right, Mother Earth. Abundance is on its way, and it's time for you to receive the world. When Adama shows up in an oracle reading, it's sign for you from your guidance system and the universe that your wishes are well on their way. It will happen in divine timing, so patience is required. Okay, guys, what is divine timing? God's time. What's God's time? The last goddamn minute. That's what he does. He waits till the last minute. We perceive it as the last minute because that's when all else has failed. But that's exactly when you need him. You need him in that moment. You need him most in that moment, and he is there at that moment. So you're waiting on him, but you shouldn't be waiting on him. You should be knowing that he's coming. You don't sit waiting. You sit with the understanding he's coming. He's coming. But you don't just do that. You keep living life. You don't sit there, you know what I mean? You got to keep living. You got to keep making it through the day. You got to keep living until he gets to you. It's not that you're not important. It's that this isn't the moment. This isn't your moment. It will come. He always comes. He's always there to get us. How many times in your life, even if you didn't believe in God, even if you never believed in God, it was literally the last moment, and then something came through and saved you. Too many times, right? That's God. And it was that last moment, right? When all else failed. That's where he's there. Even Jesus, dude, don't forsake me now. He was at that last moment. He's like, he was all faithful till that last moment. Like, where are you at? I've been hanging here. Like, I'm all my blood's out. Like, are you coming? He's coming. Okay? Keep your head up. But keep living too. You know what I mean? Don't sit there waiting for Ed McMahon to walk up and give you a check. The guy's dead, bro. It will happen in divine timing, so be patient, so patience is required. The lesson in this card is to tap into the magic that exists in nature all around you. Living in the modern society has disconnected us from our human birthright as earthly witches and wizards. Take time to commune with the stars. Walk through the forest and place your toes in the sand at the beach. Set your intentions, and that's it. My feet are. When I was up there, I just kept walking around barefoot. It was grass. I didn't care. Set your intentions or practice on magical rituals outside. You saw I did a huge ritual. Have trust and faith that your manifestations are in process. The earth wants to give you what's best for you. Adam and Lilith were created from the dust of Mother Earth. Adama is Hebrew word for soil and the ground. In alchemy, earth represents reality, structure, and is one of the mystical elements needed to create matter in this mystical realm. I had my graveyard dart out there from Red Rocks too. They were showing me that. They're showing me that. Water, air, and fire all stem from earth as an energetic foundation. These are things that you can touch, see, smell with your senses. All are of earth. Earth is a metaphor for people, places, and things that align under the energetic signature. The Earth zodiac signs in astrology are Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Each of these signs invokes a different way of Earth energy, or a different different ways the earth energy moves and manifests in the world. Taurus invokes the abundance, wealth, beauty, and fertility that we need to thrive and feel safe in this reality. Virgo is the practical imperfectionism of the earth that gets things done and the hard work required to make dreams a reality. Capricorn is associated with structure, leadership, and discipline, which are needed to create stability. And the saying is, the natural world holds powerful magic. Ground yourself in her magnetic power and splendor. Again, all confirmation to what I had already told you, because I am psychic messenger of God. Love it. But as much as it's my story, it's your story. Again, the energy hits me first and I move through it and I show you the safety of walking through it. I'm, I saw them on the right side on the right side, on the back side. I go through it first and I teach you that it's safe to, that the waters are safe and everything, and to encourage you to, to be your inspiration to do such things. I tell you often, though, when the world gets too much and the matrix gets too much, you get outside. I know a lot of city folk, you can't, but that's why they made me sit in Oklahoma like that, too. I spent 4 months sitting on that carport, only because I made a promise that I wouldn't go in the garden. So I stood there like a freaking spectator watching the orcas through the window. I went in it and I made my offerings. I fed the birds and stuff and I did what I did, but I made a promise before I went there that I wouldn't hang out in his garden as much as I wanted to. But that's where I found my peace and solitude. Your mind can relax when you're in Mother Earth. She can relax you. The world, the world slows down and you can have those aha moments, and God can actually speak to you when you're actually out there in God's land, when you're back in Eden. Something as simple, if you're in a big city, just a simple walk, stand by a tree, a little bit of grass, stare at, something. It's going to change everything if you're feeling overwhelmed. It really does. So those are our messages. I have a 10-day forecast that's going to come on Sunday because it's just made to. So we'll check that energy. But that's for the weekend. I guess you guys are going through breakups. I mean, if I had to guess, you guys are going to go through breakups. That's what I saw. Some failures, some losses, some business ventures, or some changes, but I saw breakups more than anything. What's on the... Oh, look. Just be a fool about it. Be a wanderer. Take an adventure. You can't fail. The failing is never trying. Hey, I love you guys. Catch you later. Bye.